Hello YouTube, it's Jox Girl and I have a little tutorial for you. So I'm getting ready to start the gathering honey, and I found my pattern in this very old tattered magazine that's dated May, June 1987. It's the Cross Stitch and Country Crafts. So I noticed, like, even on different Facebook groups, people have either completed this one, are in the middle of it, or here on FlossTube or YouTube, Herastitcher, excuse me, has mentioned that she wants to start this. And I know a few other people have commented to me and said that they were getting ready to start this one, or they're looking for this pattern. So I thought I would do my little tutorial using this. Now, in my magazine, it talks about how this project was done on a 15 by 18 golden flax linen, but it's a 26 count, and they give the framing size and such. When I went to my local craft stores, I went to Hobby Lobby and Joann's. They're my very favorite ones to shop at. I looked at what was available because even though I've been stitching for 30 years, I do not know as much as I thought there was to know about cross stitching. And thankfully, since I've been watching cross stitching videos the last 4 months, I've learned so much. So I thought, learn one, teach one. That's why I'm providing this one here. But anyways, back to my fabric. I wanted to be able to see what it was I was buying. So with what was out there that I could buy and get my hands on, Joann's had this fabric here, and it's by DMC, Charles Craft. They had the Fiddler's Aida, which I'm not quite sure what Fiddler's Aida is, so if someone can explain to me what that is, I would much appreciate it. But I got the 18 count, and it's in the light oatmeal. So here it is. I think it's beautiful, and I'm just going to leave it as is. I thought I was going to need to cut this. I thought I was going to have a lot extra, which I really won't. So the directions, they provide the different Aida counts and heart anchor. And for an 18 count Aida, my image size is going to be 10 inches height by 7 7/8 width. So I wrote it down here. I'm going to try to focus in and see. Okay, so this is my fabric size. I have, let me see if it'll focus without me. 15 by 18 is what I have. Okay. And my design size is 7 7/8 width by 10 inches height. That's the design size. So I went ahead and rounded up my 7/8 because that is so close to the next inch that I went ahead and rounded it up. So I have 8 by 10. My, what am I reading here? So when I figured this out, the 8 by 10 on a 15 by 18th, the amount of fabric that I'll have around my design, can you guys see this? That I'll have around my design is, if I back up a little, 7/8. Okay, and I'm sorry, I used paper. I like to recycle, reduce, reuse. Maybe that helps. So I'm writing on a back of scrap paper. So I have 7/8 around it. So leaving my fabric intact, I am going to have, for my width, I will have 3.5 inches for around my width, which is the two sides, and for my height I will have 4 inches. So 4 inches on top and 4 inches on the bottom. And I realize some of you guys understand, width and height, and that's nothing new, and it's so elementary, but there are many of us that sometimes get a little confused, north, south, east, west. We've lived with this all our lives, and we still get confused with right and left, and it's just, it's just human. So I thought I would share that with you guys, and hopefully be of help. I want to say, I do realize that when I did this one, when I cut it, I kind of made a mistake. It's not a big deal. It's not the end of the world, and it didn't ruin my piece whatsoever. I'll zoom in on a little bit more. Maybe I won't. Okay. When I did my tutorial, I said I'm just going to give it, I think, 3 inches around. The problem is I just added it onto one side. So when I centered this, it actually only left 1.5 inches. So thankfully I didn't do my original measurement because I would have had like 3/4 of an inch all the way around. The standard is 3 inches to 5 inches around a piece, depending on what you plan to do with it. So, you know, I'm not too far off, and especially this is so little. I'm going to be framing this, but even if I wanted to turn this into a pillow, you know, I would still have enough around it that it wouldn't harm it. So it's not a big mistake. It's just a learning curve, and I'm glad that I learned it and I was able to share it with you guys, and hopefully this will help with any future projects you guys have. Thanks for watching my video. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to me. That just makes my day. I'll have another video up soon, and I will give you guys all a quick, or rather maybe a little bit longer update. All right, you guys, take care. Have fun stitching if you're able to today, and talk to you later. Bye.